We are making our Cool Whip candy, and we got the question, can you make it with anything but Cool Whip? Yes, you can. So I'm going to show you how today. We're going to take our 2 packages of chocolate chips, and I prefer the mini ones because they melt quicker.
So wait, do you still call it Cool Whip candy if there's no Cool Whip?
I don't know, what do we call it if there's no Cool Whip?
What's in it instead?
Whipping cream and chocolate chips.
Whipping cream candy. Whipped candy. Whipped.
What about fluffy, let's see, fluffy nougat candy? I don't know. What do we call it? We'll have to think of a name before we put this video out, won't we? Okay, so here's my comment of the day. How many of you actually push stop before you open the microwave when it's running? I never did, Michael. Michael yelled at me. You yelled furiously at me, didn't you, dear?
I'm sure I must have. You never listened to my objections until Pistol said it.
So then I had to verify from our appliance repair guy that it actually harms the microwave to not do that. I'm sorry, I did not trust your opinion. Will you ever forgive me?
Wait, say that again?
I apologize.
What?
You were right.
Wait,
Is
okay,
that
I
even
gotta
better?
hear that again.
You were right.
What?
Yes. How many times have you heard that in our marriage?
That's the second time. It's only been 30 years though.
And the first time was...
You were on some kind of medication.
And the first question was your wife the best thing that ever happened to you?
Oh, yes, I'm sure that was the question. You're like, no. I'm like, sure you were.
Okay, we're gonna let this cool to room temperature. And while we're doing that, we're gonna take our whipping cream and we're gonna put it in here. This may make too much whipping cream, but if it does, I'll just make another recipe out of it.
Bubbles, tiny bubbles.
Okay, now we're gonna mix this until it turns into whipped cream and not butter. Guys, it is our Black Friday sale right now. You can get all of our cookbooks and our price book for 40% off right now for our Black Friday sale. The link is in the description below if you want easy recipes to get you in and out of the kitchen quick that your family will love with inexpensive ingredients that everybody has on hand. Go check out our cookbooks. This is only one of 2 sales where this is the lowest price of the year. Go check it out in the description below, livingonadime.com. Yes, it does look like Cool Whip. Okay, so here's where we're gonna add just a little bit of sugar, just like a tablespoon or so. You can see it's starting to fluff up. This is where we're coming to the fine line between whipped cream and butter. So just watch, you want it to get a little bit fluffier. Okay, see how it's getting nice and fluffy? And I can feel it getting stiffer. All right, I would say that's about the point. Now, you can also tell, see how it's just barely starting to turn yellow? You have to stop there, because if you don't, you're gonna be in trouble.
We need to taste it to make sure.
There you go.
Actually, is it sweet? Not yet.
Slightly.
Oh, because you added sugar already.
Does it taste like whipped cream?
Yes.
Does it taste like Cool Whip?
Yes. Actually, it's thicker than Cool Whip.
It's thicker than Cool Whip?
Yep.
Okay. Our chocolate is getting close. Okay, I'm gonna let this cool just a little bit more, and then we're going to mix them together. Do not need gloves, but I just don't want to get goop in my fingernails because we're doing a lot of videos today, so that is why I'm wearing gloves. Take your room temperature or close to it chocolate. Mine's about 80 degrees.
Surprised it doesn't harden at room temperature.
Yes. Now, if you want one of the best inventions ever, you can just take your thermometer here and just zap it. Then you'll know it's getting close, okay? All right, so now we're gonna fold all this together. Now, this will set up and get hardened fairly quickly, so don't freak out. Okay, so now for this one, we're going to use a melon baller, and instead of pouring it in a can, which is probably a lot quicker to be honest, but I just want to show you how to do it this way. I'm going to make little truffles. Ooh, that's the name of this one, Cool Whipped Truffles. Whipped cream truffles. Well, I don't know.
Whipped truffles.
Whipped truffles.
Oh, whipped cream. Probably call them whipped cream, I guess.
Yes.
Just think about when Jack used to call that whipped cream.
Yes. I would probably put this in. Man, probably put this in the fridge and let it get a little bit hardened first, because it's kind of sticking. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the fridge for a few minutes and let it get a little bit harder, and then we'll roll it. Now here's the magic $500 question. Close it quick, close it quick! Except, wait a minute, did our other one get done?
Now you're gonna open it. Oh no!
Okay. I think that consistency is going to work. Oh boy. I don't know. I love these recipe tests. You never know what you're gonna get. Okay, I'm not liking doing it in balls. That lady did it in balls, but I don't like the balls. I like the, well, of course it was kind of crumbly too, wasn't it, the fudge?
Which
oh
one?
My. The Cool Whip candy, when I did the video, it was pretty crumbly when it was set up, wasn't it?
You mean the middle parts?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know after
Yeah,
it was totally done, it wasn't.
So, of my parchment I'm reusing, I don't like making those in balls, so we're going to, I don't know if this is going to work. Oh man, it smells really good.
Too soft and then you refrigerate it, not too stiff.
Yeah, well, no, it's just not rolling very good. Maybe it's because I used the whipped cream instead of the Cool Whip, but the Cool Whip wasn't actually performing that well either. So, And then we're gonna let that harden up, and then we're gonna try squares and balls and see which dips better. Let's see if either one tastes better. Okay.
Good thing you have the gloves on.
It sounded good in my head. It sounded really good in my head.
Well, you asked for it. Tries it.
Okay.
Will it turn out?
That is the question. But this is a truffle-like consistency. And this is basically truffles. This is just, actually, without the butter, this is just like our truffle. Okay, this is so stupid, but this is actually our truffle recipe from our Dining on a Dime Volume 1. Except that it has just whipped cream, not whipped. It's just in there. This is exactly...
The cream is not whipped in a truffle recipe?
This is exactly our truffle recipe. Except we whipped the whipped cream instead of just putting it in there. Our truffle recipe's better.
Yeah, but this isn't done yet. Do we know that for sure?
No, but I'm gonna go put the video in right now while this is setting up so you guys can see our actual truffle recipe from Dining on a Dime. It's much better. This is good though, but I wouldn't go at all the trouble of whipping it.
But this doesn't have the chocolate on it yet.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Ours is still better. I guarantee it. All right, we are making truffles. Now, if you have our Dining on a Dime Cookbook Volume 1, this recipe is in there, and I'm making this slightly different than how I made it 25 years ago, okay? So I've got my 1/4 cup of whipping cream. Now, the recipe in the cookbook says to put all this on the stove and melt it, but I don't. I just do it in the microwave now. All right, look here. Butter, 1 to 8 tablespoons. These are tablespoon increments. We need 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, right there. Put that in. And my sugar, right there. All right, and then you need 6 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate. Now, I love these mini semi-sweet chocolates, and chocolate chips, and what I do is just take the bag, because it's 12 ounces, and just pour half of it in there. And now we're going to microwave this until it all melts. Okay, now I have a microwave that is a lower wattage, so it doesn't cook as fast, but every few seconds, this one I did about 45 seconds, but every few seconds, just come in and stir it so that your chocolate doesn't burn. Okay, you want it when it's really smooth, and see how it's just a little bit chunky? We want to keep stirring, and if you need to heat it up just a little bit more until it's really smooth. All right, I think we're going to get there. Okay, now I can feel my measuring cup is pretty warm, so I'm just going to stir it for just a couple of minutes here. Now, while I'm stirring this, guys, this recipe is in our Dining on a Dime, Volume 1, page 328. Now, if you want, you can add your liqueurs, flavorings, whatever you want to put in there. You can do orange, mint, raspberry, coffee, Kahlua, rum, brandy, any of those things. There, look how nice and smooth that is. Okay, so now we're going to pour this in our container. You can pour it on plastic wrap if you'd prefer. And refrigerate this until it is firm. Now, oops, there's a little piece of chocolate right there. Now, I normally add homemade vanilla. Today I didn't because I just wanted to show you the plain version. Another tip real quick is if you have bunnies left over from Easter, or like me, you find them on clearance. I think this one was 25 or 50 cents for a pound of chocolate. You can use these chocolates to make this, and it's a really good way to do that. Okay, we're going to refrigerate this for an hour and let it set up, and then we're going to come back and roll it. So I was testing to see how firm my truffle mix is. It could probably get a little firmer, but I have some cocoa here. Okay, get all the little lumps. Now, just take a little teaspoon, clean hands, roll it into a ball, put it into the cocoa. And there you go. Now, if you want, you could use a little scoop like this. Scoop it. And then you'll have exact portions. Oops, I forgot to roll it. Roll it into a ball. Happy Valentine's Day. What do you think? Is that love? Got chocolate all in my arms.
Oh, you need me to lick it off of you.
Whoa. Okay, let's see how this does. Well, that doesn't cut much better.
Did this come out of the freezer just now?
Out of the fridge. Alright, heat this up just a little bit more. That is either chocolate chips or almond bark, whichever you want. And we're going to take our little balls, certainly dip easier. Okay, I'm going to make me some more chocolate and dip the rest of these. Let me interrupt this video to say all of these recipes are on our website. In the description below is the link. You can also get our cookbooks. on sale in the description below. Also at livingonadime.com. Easy recipes to get you in and out of the kitchen quick that your family will love. Family, do you love the recipes?
Yes! Come on, Jack.
Yeah.
Come work with me, Jack. Come
Yes.
on. Enthusiasm, Jack.
Yes, ma'am.
Really feel it, Jack.
Yes, ma'am.
Dig deep down into your soul.
Feel it in your gut.
Yes.
There.
These are the most splendid recipes you'll ever find.
See, we knew it was in there.
Actually, they are pretty good, though.
We are going to taste test.
Wait. Oh.
What? Well, here, we can taste test and then take them out. Okay, so here's one. Oh, okay. I hate dipping candy, but it is so good. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Actually, I have to say, I think I like it better with whipped cream than Cool Whip. I'm a real whipped cream kind of a girl. Yeah, I do. But this tastes just like our truffle recipe. It's basically just our truffle recipe.
So how much harder is it to make with the whipped cream? Not much?
Well, I think it is because you have to whip the whipped cream and all that. So in our truffle recipe, you don't have to do that.
Well, I was thinking people use a Cool Whip for this because they don't have to whip it.
Yeah, but with our truffle recipe, you don't have to whip anything. You just put it all together, melt it, and then put it in a bowl and let it get hard, and then make your little balls and put it in there. So yeah. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and leave these. I'm going to package these all up, leave them in the refrigerator in a zip tight bag, and take them to church on Sunday. Yeah, I think, is that a good idea, dear?
Yeah, everybody be shaking.
Everybody will be shaking.
Church is going to go all Pentecostal on us.
Our Baptist church is going to turn Pentecostal with our sugar high.
Yep.
For these Nutella truffles, you're going to take your Oreos and you're going to put them in a food processor with your 5 tablespoons of Nutella. Measuring out with the tablespoon is kind of wonky. It's technically 1/4 cup with 1 tablespoon added. So if you want to do it that way, you can. And I had extra large tablespoons, so this one's not going to be quite full. Clean as you go, guys. Clean as you go. Because then I don't blot my hand in the Nutella. Get my Nutella all over my brand new sweater I just got at the thrift store for $2.
Wow,
Pretty
nice.
swanky, huh?
It is pretty swanky.
Is swanky a word they use now?
I think it is. You splurged.
I splurged. I did. I splurged because I really didn't need it, but I thought that's cute, so I got it because it was $2. Okay, then we're going to pulse this until it comes into a ball. This is my food processor I got for $2 at the thrift store. Those are some violet truffles. Did I get all over my hair?
I don't see any anywhere.
Okay, my food processor is not having this go into a ball so neatly.
I think you should start with the handy dandy food chopper.
Well, actually, probably what I should have done, but the directions don't say this, is chopped up the Oreos first. That's probably what I should have done. All right, well, that's getting sort of there. You know, I'm going to add another scoop of Nutella.
Yum.
The only problem is that could make it too thin, but give it a try. You do not need to wear gloves for this. I'll just put on my press-on nails though. So I don't want to have to dig Nutella truffle goop out of my fingernails. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. So then we're gonna take our melon scooper. But first, let's get this all, yeah, that looks like a good consistency. Okay. All right, so if it's not mixing and it's too dry, just add 1 more tablespoon of Nutella. And then that should be good. Okay, so now we're gonna take our melon baller and we're going to just so what we need to do, dear, is tell stories while I'm scooping all this stuff. And then we get longer watch time telling our stories. Or they totally dump off because they could care less about our stories. So guys, tell me, do you like our stories? Comment down and let me know if you like our stories. Also, if you've been loving our candy videos, and I know you have because we are going viral with our candy videos, please comment and let me know what candy you want me to make. Or do you have a candy that you love to make and I will make it and feature your comment on here. I have several already lined up, but I can always use more.
It smells good.
We decided that we are going to be the Christmas candy champions of YouTube. Right, dear?
Yep.
Super easy recipes, be all candies all the time. Oh my goodness, we'll gain weight like crazy, won't we? That could be bad. Okay, now.
Man, it already smells really good.
Actually, it smells really good. Okay, this one got a little large, so I'm gonna take a little bit from there. So then, just gently go in. Now, the gloves do work good for this because they're a little, you know, plasticky. They keep the little truffles from getting stuck, so that is really nice. We're gonna get all these rolled and then we're gonna stick it in the freezer for about an hour.
So this is gonna be the centers?
This is the centers.
Ooh.
Now, if you're, so like here I got a piece that had more cookie than Nutella and it didn't get mixed in quite, so I just smushed it back together. Okay, got this new stuff. Shimmer dust, edible shimmer dust. So I'm gonna try it on this one and see what it does. I've never used this before.
What is it?
It's edible glitter. Okay, oops. Ooh.
It is shimmery.
Fancy. Okay. Wait, is that something on top? Oh yeah, okay. All right, so let's get all of these dipped. So I'll probably only do like, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 maybe, then put the glitter on there if it works. I don't know if it's gonna work. We'll see.
You're just gonna sprinkle the glitter over the top?
Yeah. So. Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow, that is beautiful.
Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that.
Ooh.
That says Christmas all over. Although it's kind of soaking into the chocolate. Let's see, do you put it on before? Are there any directions? Contains milk. Oh my, that's weird. Okay, I wonder if you put it on afterwards maybe, when the chocolate isn't done. Okay, so I decided for something. If you're gonna do something like that though, start in the middle and work your way out because you're gonna slop chocolate. ones that are already done.
What a shame.
To slop chocolate all over.
Again, have to get more chocolate on the ones that already have chocolate.
That is a problem, isn't it? Okay, so now these ones are a little dry. Let's see if it, oh yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so we're gonna let these set up. You can see they're already setting up, so we're gonna give it like 5 minutes. Let those set up. Then we will sprinkle them with fairy dust, Christmas fairy dust. So now we're going to dust all of them.
Ooh, shimmer dust. Wow.
Okay. And Tara is going to improve the dusting holes.
Tara's not patient enough for all that foolishness.
Okay, grief, who's got time for that? There we go. Now that's what I call dusting. All right. Now, leave all the little pieces for the kids to eat.
We should make these with cherries in the middle.
Yeah. That would be really good, wouldn't it? And all the kids to sneak. You know, if you sneak one, you have to tell us what you think of it.
Oh no.
You have to do a taste test.
Take a bite. Tell us what you think. They're Oreo truffles.
That's really good. That's really good. I love chocolate cherry.
Nope.
You thought it was a chocolate
But
cherry?
I should have made them a cherry one. I'll make the next one a cherry one, okay? Just for you
These are
guys.
really good.
Are they delicious?
You thought it was cherry because of the shimmery powder.
There you go. See, I'm a mom who loves her children. I let them eat the Christmas candy before Christmas. I am making a nougat candy. And I think this time I'm just going to cut my parchment to fit my white chocolate chips, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of butter, and we're going to microwave this in 30-second increments until it gets melted. Make sure you stir in between each time so that your chocolate doesn't get too hot. Get in there. Now, white chocolate will seize on you, so you don't want to overcook it. See how it's getting kind of thick there. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add my marshmallow cream. Oh my goodness, give me a thumbs up if you guys love marshmallow cream. It's like one of the best food inventions ever. 100 years old, so delicious. Also, it's dairy free for those of you wondering. All right, then you're going to want 2/3 of a cup of whatever type of whatever types of fruits and nuts you want. So I'm doing almonds, cranberries, and pistachios. or that traditional Christmas nougat. Oh my goodness, yum. Doesn't that look delicious? Okay, now we're gonna get this all mixed up. And you will start to notice that it starts getting firm. Just don't give up. Keep mixing. Just keep mixing away. Just keep mixing, just keep mixing, just keep mixing. Just think of Dory making candy. Just envision if you were Dory making candy. Okay, make sure you get down to the bottom so it gets all mixed in. You guys see that? Oh, yum, yum, and double yum. White chocolate does not melt and isn't as easy to work with as regular chocolate. But man, it is so yummy. All right. Now we're gonna spray our fingers so it doesn't stick to our fingers. Too bad. I mean, it's still gonna stick, just not as bad as, it could without it. Evenly put into our 8 by 8 inch pan. All the edges even. Okay, and then we're just going to let this cool at room temperature until it's firmed up. And then we will cut it. You can put this in the refrigerator if you want. I just don't have room in my fridge right now. Okay, oops. Well, I guess you gotta get all the sides there. Okay, so here's what happens when you don't get some of the white chocolate mixed in, but that won't hurt anything. Ooh, wow, it smells really good.
What kind of stuff is in it?
Pistachios, almonds, and cranberries.
Use your candy chopper.
Well, actually, I probably should have. Ooh, well, that looks good.
Yum.
Do you like pistachios? You don't like pistachios, though, do you?
I think I do.
You do?
I didn't think I did, but now I think I do.
Do you want to test it and see, or do you want me to test it?
I would
Want me to test it? Oh, okay, that is really good. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, my mouth is singing with flavors. Okay, that's really good. You wanna try it?
Yeah.
Man.
Keep in mind, folks, we don't know if Mike likes pistachios or not.
But I love white chocolate, so that's why. Wow. Okay, this is one of my new favorite ones. This is moving to the top of the list.
This is really good.
What does Jack think?
Pretty good.
Is your tongue singing with delight?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this one's definitely a keeper.
Yes, it's really good. And you know what? The one with the dots is pretty fun too. But this must be the high dollar one for a good price, because if you had to pay for something with these ingredients, they would charge you a whole lot more. Yeah.
So the amount of ingredients for this was for about $5 or $6. And if I were to buy this amount of fudge at the store, it would have been at least $15 to $20. These are going to be Idaho Spuds Copycat Candy. My husband loves the Idaho Spuds, so we're going to see if we can recreate it. Okay, so we are going to take our white chocolate chips and our butter. Now, if you don't know how to measure butter, right here, see all these little measurements? 1, 2, 3 tablespoons. We need 1 tablespoon. So I have a question, guys, that I want you to answer for, or answer for me. Do you want me to test all the different kinds of chocolate chips brands to see if one tastes better than the other? Should I test that, dear?
Sure. Did we not do that?
We tested baking cocoa. Okay, we're gonna put this in the microwave and start melting it in 30-second increments. Okay. This is my favorite popcorn bucket that I use for big, like a mixing bowl for the microwave. Link that down below also. All right. Just a couple more seconds. White chocolate does not melt as well as dark chocolate or chocolate chips. Got the rest of it melted here. Now, we couldn't remember what the center tasted like. We didn't know if it was coconut flavor or just white vanilla or what. So we're gonna put a little bit coconut in there because I can, because I'm making this recipe up as I go.
I just thought it was slightly chocolate in the middle. Now you're gonna have to go get one.
Now you're gonna have to go get one and taste test between the two.
Yeah.
And see. Okay. Marshmallow cream was invented in 1917. I'm sorry for all those people who eat chemicals. My grandma and my great-grandmas all lived on this stuff, and they lived to be in their mid to late 90s, so
couldn't ask for better than that.
I really don't think that it's that bad for you. I think it's the amount that you eat that's bad for you.
So marshmallow cream gives you a longer life.
Yeah, see, that's the moral of the story. Marshmallow cream gives you a longer life. There you go, dear. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in my coconut flavoring. That's funny. We need to make a meme out of that one. We need to have somebody make us memes for all of our sayings.
I just think of all your grandparents. They boxed macaroni and cheese and marshmallow cream and Cool Whip.
They did. That's why it's so
to
dumb.
be in their late 90s.
Get into all this healthy eating baloney. Just eat a regular dinner and a regular lunch and stop worrying about it. My goodness, it's the stress that's killing people.
They could eat more desserts because they didn't have all the coffees with all the stuff in them.
Yeah, it's probably true, actually. Because they just had their coffee with milk. Make sure I get all mixed in. Okay. Now, this is the best invention ever. This pre-cut parchment paper. I will link it in the description below. 200 pieces. This is worth the 3 to 5 cents or whatever to not have to clean my pan. But my viewers keep telling me, use this tip, Cara. So they tell me,
what are you doing?
Crumple it all up. That's what they say. They say crumple it all up. And if you crumple it, it will go in your pan better. Would our viewers steer us wrong? No.
So will the candy be smooth that's on the crumpled part? Or does it need to be?
Mr. Perfectionist.
No, I just was wondering, like, for fudge and stuff, does it have a texture on the top?
Probably. Okay, I don't like the crumpled look, but it did go in it didn't go in any easier. Okay. Sorry, guys. Now, since this is a nougat candy, I'm going to spray my foil that's not staying in there, but we'll just have faith, right?
Mm-hmm. Is this going to be like a soft marshmallow?
Huh?
Is it going to be like a soft marshmallow?
Okay, let me show you how to do the nougat. Spray your spatula and just go down like this. Get it all cleared out. Mix my little bit of marshmallow cream that I got.
This is a theme that goes back to when we met.
It is?
Yep.
What was that theme?
Tara the candy maker.
It was, wasn't I?
Yep.
Pretty much wearing the same exact outfit, doing the same exact thing, wasn't I?
Yep.
Except in a store instead of at home. I was meant to be a candy maker, right, dear?
Yep.
Okay. Now, we're going to let this set up, and then we're going to cut it. I think I'm going to go ahead and put it in the refrigerator and let it set up quicker. All right, now we're going to dip our spuds. I'm using almond bark this time to show you guys how. I'm only using a half of a package. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to need, I don't know how much I'm going to need, so we'll start with a half a package. Okay. So this says heat it for 60 seconds first and then every 15 seconds. Oops. Too many words, I don't follow directions.
By too many words, you mean 6?
You do know that's just a way to get the boys to do the project for me, right?
Yep. Well, there you go.
There you go. Microwave running for 3 hours ASMR, Dave says. I think that's a great idea. Okay, another channel, gotta start. Another channel. I just need to have a whole team of minions for all my ideas. I just have so many darn too good ideas. Yes, the answer to the question, it does make it wrinkle. Does that disturb you? Now, look at how cleanly this came off. I will probably save this for the next box candy that I make, so you know. Okay, so this one is, what is this one? Okay, this is Idaho Spud, so the shape we want is like a rectangle, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Or potato.
I was looking for my cutter, but it's okay. Do I have to round the corners and all that to make it look like a potato? That's a lot of work. Okay, actually what I'm going to use this again to dip these, I think. Have run out of cookie sheets. So here's a little tip. Use the back of a 9x13 pan as a cookie sheet. Let's see. Guess I'll have to do it in thirds. As always, this recipe is in the description below. Everybody says, why don't you put in your measurements? Because we want you to go to the website so that you will get them correct when you put them Write them down.
Or you can print them. Well,
And you can print them, yes. Okay, so rounding like a potato, sort of. I don't know, does that sort of
I don't think it's...
look like a potato? Or does it really matter?
Well...
Okay, that's for the birds. All right.
The thing is, these
what?
Well, they're not going to be super fluffy in the middle, right?
Not too fluffy, no. These are thinner ones. If you want them really fluffy, you could do a double recipe, but I didn't know if we wanted to eat that much
No,
spud.
I meant like they're not as thick as marshmallows in the middle. They're a lot thinner. They're like more airy than a marshmallow.
So do I have to remake the entire recipe because they're not airy enough?
Well, just if people are thinking these are going to be like the other candy.
Okay, so what do we change the name to now? Dear?
I don't know.
Now you have to come up with a new name change because they're not fluffy enough.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be a good candy.
Not fluffy enough, Idaho Spuds. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, the thing is, they might be actually, because once they're cooled and not been refrigerated, it might soften up actually.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure they'll be tasty.
Okay, everybody hollered because I was banging the fork on the side of my glass measuring cup saying that it would break. And you are probably right. It's probably not the best idea. I've never had it happen ever in 30 years of doing this, but if I say it won't happen, it probably will. So I'm not going to take a chance of getting glass in my candy.
What? Just because you're hospital prone?
Who, me? Oops. Not me. Okay, now, since this is almond bark, it sets up a little quicker. So I'm going to take and sprinkle my coconut on. Instead of waiting for all of them to be done. Yeah, I can see like that one's setting up already. So I would say every 3, dip and then coconut, dip and then coconut.
Or make it with an assistant who just sprinkles coconut on for you.
Which is true. An assistant would be helpful in this situation. Okay, so now we have to change the name of this one. See, that's what we do with recipes. When they fail, we just change the name.
Well, I'm sure it'll taste good.
So, what do we change this to? I need some ideas. Maybe we should have this video go viral for however long it's going to go viral. Have everybody give us ideas for the names. And then we'll pick a name and use that one. How's that sound?
Good. Maybe we can taste it and then name it. Holy moly candy!
Actually, well, no, it has coconut. I was gonna say this would be like a Clark bar, wouldn't it?
I don't think I've ever had a Clark bar.
I think so. And if you need to go through and rewarm your chocolate, you can. So it looks like a half of a pan of almond bark was perfect for this. Okay, so some of my recipe tests don't turn out quite like they should. They turn out better, and then we just rename it. And people are like, oh, that's the best thing ever, right? Okay, we're gonna let these set and harden up. And then we'll come back and taste test. Oh, and by the way, I ran out of space on my thing here. I could have put them closer, and so I just used my cutting board.
So instead of an Idaho spud, it'll be a Wyoming whiplash or something? No.
Oh, that's good, actually.
It depends on the reaction when you eat it. If you kind of flip your head back, like, whoa!
So we'll see how my reaction is, if it's a Wyoming, or if it's an Idaho spud or Wyoming whiplash.
Yeah. That is a light candy right there. Very light.
Diet candy. Okay, our formerly known as Idaho spuds. So, here we go. I was right!
About what?
When they are softened up, when they aren't cold, they soften up. Okay, that actually tastes like a spud.
Mmm. It does taste like it.
It works, so now it's not formally known as Idaho spud, it's known as Idaho spud.
Oh, man. It is fluffy. It's a flatter fluffy.
Yeah.
But it is still, so they must roll it into like a big
turd.
Just kidding.
So if you want to roll it in a
man,
big
it's
turd,
really
you can.
good.
Yeah.
It's the taste that just keeps on giving.
It is.
This
Yum.
is amazing.
Yay!
Wow,
My
this
Idaho
is
spuds
definitely
worked.
high on the, very high on the list.
Yay.
The coconut makes all the difference.
Yum.